Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some custom 2025/2026 express coaches for metal engines because Mattel seemingly hates making express coaches. Now, here's one way you can do it. These are two Kenji coaches literally just glued together, see? I uh I sanded down the buffer beams to remove the couplings on the bogies and then just glued everything together. And here are the bodies, they're still separate. You can see the pieces, the window pieces still wobbling in there. And then I glued a new roof on and painted it up. Stop falling. See, makes a pretty solid express coach. The problem with this is that you're gonna need at least six. You're gonna need to buy at least 6 Kenjis for for a set of 3 coaches. Not to mention, I'm currently repainting this Kenji to go with that coach, but you're going to have a ton of Kenjis everywhere. I had to glue a coupling on the back of this one, and this isn't even going to match this coach because it has this weird rounded front. So here's a way you can make, coaches like similar to that, but at a cheaper price. We're going to start with Kana. We're just going to have however many Kanas for however many coaches. And yes, I did just have these laying around. I've been meaning to use these for projects for a while. I do have quite a few more Kanas actually. Like this is a rainbow Kana I got from Ollie's. So yeah, if you live in the US, you should probably be able to go to Ollie's stores, and if they have Thomas merch, they'll definitely have these rainbow variants. They also have Thomas and Diesel. So yeah. Well, we're basically just gonna start by unscrewing these. So yeah, we're gonna start by unscrewing them. All right, so here we have 3 Kana chassis. I recommend using the normal ones so you don't have to repaint the chassis. But if you only have the rainbow ones, it's pretty easy to repaint the chassis. You just gotta do a couple coats of black. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna throw the bodies into the scrap pile because I don't have any use for those at the moment. But yeah, basically now what we're going to do, going to take the chassis and cut that rounded part off. See that little slope before the rounded part? We're gonna keep that, just this little rounded part. So yeah, this is what the chassis should look like. I cut the rounded part off, and now more or less what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut the slope off of the front of the chassis. Off the front of the footplate. So all right, so here we have the chassis. Here we have the chassis, and you'll notice it slopes inward toward the front. And of course that's because Kana's, weird chassis design. So we basically got rid of most of the sloping. It just only slightly tapers in past this little piece. So if you want to rebuild that, you can, but personally it doesn't bother me enough to care. So I might put some cardboard over that, or I might use some epoxy putty to fill that in. But anyway, what we're now going to do is basically just build a front buffer beam. So yeah, I have some cardboard right here, and yeah, actually no, I'll use some balsa wood, but yeah, I'll be back after I do that. I'll be back. All right, this is the foot plate we're left with. Don't worry, I'm gonna fill and sand this over the front so it will be more even with the chassis in a moment. Here we are. Here's the current state of my express coaches. They're currently just flatbeds. You can see that I have 2026 Gordon pulling them. Just toss them to the side. But yeah, this front one has the magnet that connects to his tender. And then it also has the loop for the metal collection coupling. This one has both the metal collection front and back coupling. And this last one only has the metal collection front coupling. And this back coupling that, can do that. You can't do this though. Unfortunately, these are also one-way magnets. So make sure you're careful with the polarity when you're gluing them on. But yeah, I suggest you glue them together. I mean, no, you paint them before gluing them together. That was a mistake I made because I was barely able to get into the chassis. You can see some of the purple poking out right there. So yeah, I was barely able to get to the chassis on the rainbow kinda. So yeah, make sure you paint these before you put them together. You can go ahead, make the modifications, test fit everything, then paint it, then glue it all together. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2. And, you know, we hopefully get to the coach bodies. So yeah.